Hey, crypto heads, it's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. Welcome to an interesting show tonight. A lot of weird things going on in the world right now. I don't know if any of you have been keeping up with any of the congressional hearing with the whistleblowers and the whole UAP thing. I will listen to it today. I know Denise listened to some of it. Probably about 99.9% sure Heisenberg didn't want anything to do with it. He probably
I don't need to listen to it, man.
But some very interesting stuff. I got some clips we were going to play and just kind of discuss what's going on. I got to say, I listened to it today and it was pretty, like, some of it was exciting. Some of it was really freaking scary. Some of it,
You just better know right now, anybody out there, I'm going to be devil's advocate. So I'm going to be messing with this whole thing, man.
Okay. Well, keep in mind that we have this button.
Right? Or the mute button.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do to silence the truth.
And that's what that congressional hearing is all about. Trying to push the mute button so we can hear what's going on. And but anyways, before we get into all that stuff, how about how's everybody doing, Denise?
Fantastic. Was that believable? Did that sound like I was serious?
Are you?
No, I'm doing fine.
Good. How was your vacation last week?
Oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. I love being by water. It just makes me happy.
Yeah. My wife and I were talking about what we would do if we had win that big Mega Millions. I'm like, we'd be buying or building a brand new ranch house right by the freaking lake.
Yeah.
Why don't you block the view for everybody, right?
It's a ranch. It's one level.
It's one level, man.
So if people want to see, they have to build a 2-story.
Gotcha.
You go over to the west side, like Bay Village and Vermilion, they're like that are on the lake. They're stacked on top of each other. You got mansion after mansion after mansion, and they're like all over the place. But
they have that in Port Clinton. They're condo after condo after condo.
Yeah. But yeah, that discussion was had. I definitely would like to be on the lake. As far as I'm concerned, it's been a busy week. Like, I already feel the gearing up for school starting. It's my oldest has been going to pre-band camp. They have a whole week of pre-band camp where they spend like 3 hours.
Band camp?
What's that? What'd you say?
I said, why don't they just call it band camp?
Because it's not actually band camp. They go away for band camp. This is just 3 hours a night at the school. But it's in preparation for band camp. I don't know, dude. I don't make the rules, but yeah. So they're going away for band next week, and then probably a week after that, school starts. And it's 3 weeks away.
Stupid.
So it's revving up, and everything is going to go crazy. Liza's softball stuff is starting up. She has softball assessments Saturday, and then she's actually trying for 2 other travel teams. See if she can get on one. She's going to have to pick one of the 3. We're not doing all 3. Yeah. So we'll see. Hey, Tina. Love you. Miss you. But yeah, how you doing, Heisenberg? You have anything to say?
Argumentative today.
Great.
Yeah?
It's going to be a good day.
Perfect. It's going to be a great show. These 3 hours should fly by real quick. Roscoe.
Roscoe.
Go.
puppy. All right, let me see. So yeah, as we were talking about at the beginning, and we've been talking about the whole UFO thing, talking about Stephen Greer and his announcements, and the declassification of the Tic Tac videos. So I got a little bit of clips of everything, but I don't know. I don't know if you guys have watched it. I'm gonna kind of get like Denise's initial take on what you saw. I mean, I have so many mixed emotions about the thing. Like, I literally at one point was just sitting there almost crying. Like, this is fucking real.
It's crazy. It
And
is
It's
crazy.
not real.
It's it definitely was a historic moment, you know. And it's just, to me, it's one of those things, another one of those things, because I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Mhm.
So, there's constantly things that I believe, and everybody's like, that's crazy. And then it comes out to be true.
Right.
So it's just nice to have them be like, oh yeah, by the way, you guys have been
Yeah.
right the whole time.
And one of the guys was like, he was one of the pilots during that whole thing with the Tic Tac video. And I think I have some of it. I'll show you in a little bit. But I mean, that was the basis of what he was talking about. He was the pilot. Then he had the other guy who he was in the military, but he was like in these big national security details. And like he couldn't talk about a lot of things because he could end up arrested for
Mhm.
sharing national secrets. But he gave enough information to know that there's some pretty deep shit happening.
Yeah.
And I got clips of that. I can't wait. My biggest thing though this was the government, and this was a congressional hearing.
Hmm.
I did not feel 1 ounce or any sense of bipartisanship. There wasn't the usual Republicans, Democrats going at each other over what the subject was. It was about the subject, and they all. No, there's like maybe 1 or 2 people that were just questioning like where the money's going, like that's what
Yeah.
they were worried about, like who's funding these programs, and and the guy was straight up like, hey, it's misappropriated funds. Like it goes
Hmm.
to one project that never happens, and it just magically goes to this other thing that we're keeping hidden. And this whole thing came because Congress actually tried to get in to get these details and like go down the rabbit hole and figure everything out and get this information out to the public. And they were denied, and they're freaking Congress. They're
Yeah.
like they're top level, and they're not even allowed in. So that's why this whole thing started, because they're about to push it, and they're about to go in and demand to be seeing what's going on.
Well, the thing that bothered me, there was one thing that bothered me, and I knew it was going to come up. Um, obviously they're talking about how aliens have been here since Roswell and,
Mhm.
all this other stuff. And I'm like watching this congressional hearing like people watch football. And, one of the congressmen says, well, this sounds like it's a national security risk. And I'm like, there it is. Like, we had to turn
Yeah.
it into
Mhm.
being garbage human beings. Like,
Yeah.
they've been here for decades. Calm
Mhm.
down. If it was a national security threat, it would have happened already, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's and that angle did come up quite a bit throughout the whole
Yeah.
hearing. I mean, but you got to understand too, like a lot of these guys, especially the 3 witnesses that they had, they're from a military background anyways, and they're the guys
Mhm.
that are up in space, and up in space, up in the air, and especially the pilot who was part of the whole Tic Tac contact video. Like their equipment went down.
Mhm.
Like they were using some kind of like archaic. Like the only thing that had left was like their archaic cameras that they had left
Yeah.
on the plane. Everything else, all the high tech equipment was down. The FLIR
Of
was
course.
down.
Of
The
course it was.
radar was down.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens so much. Yes.
It's not
Okay,
the
go on.
same thing as like
Go
a
on.
grainy video of Bigfoot.
Go on. Go on. I'm listening.
But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of implications of the thing that scared me though was the accounts that the one pilot was telling about all these commercial pilots that he's talking to.
Mhm.
They need the information too. They need to know what to look out for. Because they're having these experiences themselves and like flying right up on things, and God forbid you have a plane full of people and your equipment
Right.
goes down. It's a scary thing. But like
You'd
you
be all
said,
right.
I
There's
think
backup systems.
you would know.
No, those
You're
were
our
down
plane
too.
expert.
I don't know.
Yeah, their weapons systems went down.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean,
Their communications, their cameras,
Of
their
course, so they couldn't
infrared.
take a picture or talk to anybody in real time.
Yeah.
That's exactly why it happened.
So you think it was the aliens, Heisenberg, that turned it off?
No,
Or you
I think
think
they're
it's
all
Remind
lying.
us all.
Okay.
I don't believe anything they're saying. Is this
Same.
the real Congress? Is this the full Congress they're talking to, or is this like 3 people?
No, it was like not all of them, but
Uh-huh.
there was a lot of empty seats,
Would
which I
you
was
think?
surprised about.
Would you think
Yeah.
if that was that important that they would have been there?
Right. That's why I don't understand why they wouldn't be.
Yeah, me neither.
It's funny because, I am a conspiracy theorist, so my TikTok is like, conspiracy
Mhm.
talk. But all these people are like, well, I've believed in aliens my whole life, but now that the government's saying they're real, now I have to not believe in them anymore.
Exactly.
trust
That's
anything
almost what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
No, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the government lies so much, I don't even believe anything they say.
Same. Yeah.
So
It
I
was,
think this is a diversionary attack from something else. Wait,
there is a lot of speculation about that, which I
Yeah.
don't know how much we should get into, but there is a lot of, there's a guy in the 80s who talked about like a one world government, and like, okay, now the show is going to be like canceled. Nobody's going to be
going to work on Monday, or
Right.
this should change a lot of.
Sorry.
But this guy was talking about how the goal is to have a one world government, and that the last step in it is to fake an alien invasion to scare people enough to be able to control them. So there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, this is not real.
okay, so I'm thinking they're doing that to hide inflation and shit like that. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
I mean, it's like the same thing, because if they, if the financial system collapses, then the goal is to like switch it over to like a universal worldwide, like money and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think somebody could rule the world.
No.
No, I don't think somebody could. And I mean, we see from England and all them that one currency thing worked out great.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's funny.
No, I'm not like saying that. I told you I'm going to be devil's advocate. Some of the stuff
Oh,
I might
I know, dude.
really believe.
No, it is really, it's information overload. And honestly, like,
It is.
I don't know what to believe either.
I mean, but to be honest with you, everybody, I really don't think. I think they're fucking with us about something.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, that's a very fair assumption.
I mean, they won't even say who killed John F. Kennedy,
Well, they said
but
the
they'll let
CIA
you.
killed him.
They'll let you say, "Hey, we got aliens."
Right. And that's the other thing too. Like you watch documentaries about the technology that the US government and our military has. Well, that's what they're showing you. Obviously, they're not going to show you everything that we have, because then it's a security risk, because then like our enemies can see it too. So what they're telling us is probably only the tip of the iceberg.
See, I thought about that today, Dee. I was thinking about this today because I knew it was going to come up.
Yeah.
I think most of those inventions come from Tesla.
You think so?
Yes.
You think it's Elon Musk?
Elon Musk is a dumbass. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, probably. He's pretty stupid.
I do not like Elon Musk at
No.
all.
That's
I
fair.
think
You're
he's
allowed to have that opinion.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
They were
I
talking a
don't-
lot in the hearing too about people getting hurt during the what do they call it? Reverse engineering
Oh yeah.
of some of the UAPs.
Mm-hmm.
They have like
'Cause they're
documented,
doing
but
that,
again, he
Heisenberg.
couldn't talk about it because it's all national security, and he would be thrown in jail.
but he's a whistleblower.
And
They don't care. That's what their
he's
job
willing
is.
to talk about it, but
They're
not
a
on in
whistleblower.
the whole thing. I'm gonna show you what's going on. Yeah, I'm sure he is too. I'm waiting for him
He
to buy
watches all the time.
StreamYard.
What's he gonna
He's
do? Run me over with an electric car?
All right, so hey, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
So this clip was actually after the congressional hearing was over, but it kind of gives you an idea why the whole thing
Real quick
happened
question.
in the first. Yeah,
They were put under oath, right?
yeah.
Perjury.
Yeah.
Those perjuring bastards. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this is a clip. All right, well, let's read Darren's real quick. I agree with Heisenberg to a point. They do have a habit of using our attention. Yeah,
Yeah.
something they did right.
Yeah. It's like,
Right.
look over here when there's something super important going on over here.
Misdirection. They're
The first time
It's
they
like-
started really putting these out, what's going on? COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing too on my TikTok is everybody's like, you know that the world is fucked up and that people are really struggling when the government's like, aliens are real, we have some in our custody, and everybody's just like, okay, cool. Like nobody reacts to it. Nobody's like, everybody's just so focused on like, I gotta pay my rent, you know.
Right. All right.
But
So
they did
this
that
is
during
why.
COVID too.
Yeah. This is their explanation of why the whole thing had to happen, but it was after the hearing.
We were denied access to the SCIF, and so to my knowledge, what's going to happen now is not only do we have the support of the chairman, but they're going to get a nice letter from Congress. And as you heard, Representative Ogle said, if we're denied, we're going to use the Holman rule and we'll defund the position.
And then what about this talk for a full repository of all the data on it? Is that something you're going to support with legislation coming out?
Yes.
Talk to us about that.
It's very multifaceted. We've got so many ideas now. Like I said, this is just the first of many, and the reason we got this is because we told them we would just do the field hearings, and we were going to do them in my front yard. My wife and daughter were going to grill out hamburgers and hot dogs, and y'all would all be invited, and we could ask everything, and we could bring everybody there. So they didn't want that, so they brought us back here. So it's still an uphill battle, though. I mean, every step of the way has been.
This made you realize that we are not alone?
I knew it before. I didn't need this, but I'd seen enough. I've seen enough, and I would hope that you all would get that opportunity to see what
And
we've
I'm sure
seen.
you guys have heard enough too. I mean, you heard the testimony of some of the technology. Representative Ogle's asked some great questions, but when you have a senior military pilots and officials saying that there's technology that they don't believe is from us, from humans.
And also, you got to realize, 3 United States congressmen were denied by our military. We're supposed to be telling them what to do, not the other way around. And so we're going to continue on that path.
You both have talked about the intelligence community.
Yeah, so he basically said that the military works for them. It's not the other way around.
I kind of don't agree with that. I mean, I'm not saying I know how it works like in real life.
Well,
I'm just saying.
you need to approve a war or an attack on an adversary, you need congressional approval. I mean, obviously the president is commander in chief, so he could. I mean, he's the go-to. But I mean, I don't know. They want to know what's going on. And they're also worried about national security. It's not just because they're curious.
Which congressman was that? What state was he from?
I can't remember.
No idea.
I can't remember where I know the lady was like, she's like the leader of the wolf pack on this thing. She's going after the military, and she wants what needs to be declassified.
That's okay. So do you think that I don't think that everything should be told to people. I know that sounds ridiculous, but
I don't think it needs to be told to us. Like, I don't need to know all the details. I need to know what's pertinent to us, and I don't believe they're telling even that. They're not telling us any of that. Now they're just telling us that there's something to be afraid of. So they just saying that to put us all in the state of fear.
Yeah, because that's how people are super easy to control when they're scared.
Just like they told you, the earth tilted like 3.5 inches because people are taking the groundwater out. Why do you laugh at that? Now, why do you laugh at that? That's true. Why do you laugh at that?
What's up, George? Because a physicist came on and said that that's not it's true, but it's not affecting us in that way, and that's not the reason it's happening.
And the reason what's happening? I just said that the freaking earth tilted. I didn't say anything was happening.
You said because we're using too much groundwater.
No, underground water.
And the other thing too is, to be honest, I don't believe any of that shit anymore. I've like lost my faith in everything. Like the deepest hole that we've ever dug is like 7 miles deep or something. It's like ridiculously low. But then they're showing us all these graphs in school of like what the core of the earth looks like. How do we know? How do we know that? Nobody knows that.
Math.
It's ridiculous. There's so many things. I am literally just questioning everything now. I
saw
believe
something that said the mantle had, or the core had shifted. I'm like, how do they know that?
Yeah, and it stopped rotating. Like, how the fuck do you know that? Like, do you have a meter down there to test how much?
That's what I think. I think they just throw shit out there to see what sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, people got scared by that. Let's keep going with that. I don't believe any of it. Did you put these comments up? I'm not.
No, I'm too busy looking at like what video I want to play next. And
yes.
This is actually not the Congress. This is funny. This is literally us right now.
Did you guys see the news? Yeah, government just confirmed aliens are real. So, I mean, do we have to go into work on Monday? Or I feel like this should change a lot of stuff. Like we should do different things, but I don't know what else to do besides buy things and watch TV. I'm not too worried about the aliens. I feel like if they were gonna kill us, they would have done that by now, right? I just got off the phone with my boss. I get to take a half day on Monday if I want to use PTO. Something travels across the fucking universe to contact humans, and we're using New Year's Eve rules for fucking work. It's a nightmare. I mean, who do we send to talk to them? I assume they're gonna ask for our leader, and I am not confident Biden can handle that, honestly. I don't know, maybe Joe Rogan? I don't think that's a great option, but it's legitimately the only one I can think of for some reason. U.S. government just tweeted out that everyone is gonna be given a mandated lead vest. The fuck does that mean? Hey, Tommy in the other room just puked up some green gunk, so either he had some bad Chipotle or there is an alien baby in his tummy. Either way, let's keep an eye on that. Anyone else's Wi-Fi password changed to Glorbark is our overlord? The fuck was that? I think it's coming from outside. I don't... Okay, they're coming in. They're coming in. Holy shit. Oh my god. Before they get through the wall, I want to let you know that I did eat all your Ben & Jerry's, but that doesn't seem that important now anymore, does it? There's aliens outside. Okay, stop crying.
So yeah, that's kind of
pretty
like
much
where a lot of people who watch that whole thing is probably doing. Well, like I said, I had a mixed bag of emotions. There's a lot of things that I'm like, okay, that don't add up. There's a lot of things like I said, the government actually got into like where the funds were, like who's funding all this. Like, shouldn't Congress like have a better grasp on where our national dollars are going?
Are you seriously putting faith in Congress?
Millions of dollars all the time. Like,
I know. Well, that's what it said. Like,
at least they
said the Department of Defense is the worst. They're the worst spenders. Like, they just lose billions of dollars.
Do you know
they have like no trace on them?
Oh yeah. Do you know how big our military is compared to everybody else? Seriously, I've watched so many shows on this. Our military is huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
George seen 2 UFOs. It is.
I think we have more aircraft carriers than all the other countries do combined.
Probably. We have military bases in like every fucking country too. And I think Darren is right too, that the military is just trying to keep Congress from blowing things out of control.
They won't even let them see Fort Knox.
What?
They won't even let them see Fort Knox. Why they go?
That's because there's no gold in it.
Yeah.
So they're not letting them see it because there's no aliens in it.
They're doing ghost hunts.
It's your theory.
So it's not.
Where's the video of the lady talking about the bodies?
It's literally.
I got it.
If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
the specific documentation I would have to talk to you and Skiff about.
Gotcha.
What were you showing to the camera while the video was up?
Me?
No,
Nothing?
Heisenberg.
Oh.
Nothing.
Do you like that when the video's up, you're like covered up, so you could be like, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah.
What the-"
No, I was actually I wanted to see what news station that was.
That was from the
Oh.
congressional hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing that they were talking about how this kind of got off course because this was actually just supposed to be about disclosing the information, and they were starting to ask for like straight up like their bodies hidden somewhere. Do you guys have UAPs somewhere? I mean, it was yeah, it was super interesting, but like I said, like holy shit, we have bodies. But then I'm like, we have bodies? Like seriously? Like I don't know who to believe anymore. I want to believe, but again, I'm worried that they're even talking about it because the first thing we're gonna do if they show up or if we have proof and it's all disclosed and everybody knows, it's gonna be fucking intergalactic war.
Right.
We're gonna try to destroy something we don't even understand.
Puff our
All right,
chest
we can't even get past the moon, so I don't think they have anything to worry about.
or to the moon. I told you I'm questioning everything now.
Oh, you're questioning the moon landing and if it was
Yes.
real, huh?
Yep.
Yeah,
With
possibly.
aircraft carriers, really? Oh,
Everything.
not going to put it out there. They could have.
Maybe that's what they're. So we start getting bombarded by China and like these other countries that hate us. It's aliens. We're
Right.
gonna go fight the aliens.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's just a wild, wild time to be alive.
It really is. I think this is the. I want to say this is the TikTok video.
Echo 61 Tango Logic, over.
Oh, got it! Woohoo!
Roger, there's troubleshooting.
What the fuck is that? No, did you box moving target?
No, I took an auto track.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Wow, look at that, man. Look at it fly.
That was just a little portion of the TikTok
That was a
video.
little tiny bit.
I know it's like a little tiny. The one pilot in the hearing it literally said it's basically like a flying propane tank. But they said it like lifted up, and they have video of it of the spaceship. That was 20 or a UAP. I'm already calling it a spaceship, and I don't know what it is. A UAP like 20,000 miles up that they saw on radar or on video or something. But they saw it lifted up and it just disappeared. So there's more extensive video. It's like a 15-minute video. But yeah, it's crazy.
Tina wants to know who has seen any UFO. We know George has seen 2. I am not convinced that I haven't seen them twice.
You're not convinced that you
I don't
haven't
know.
seen them twice?
What?
What about you? Well, Heisenberg wouldn't admit it if he did.
No.
Never seen one.
I've never seen one. I've seen things in the sky that I can't explain, but I couldn't explain them as a UFO or UAP.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not convinced that I haven't. But I don't know that I have.
I do believe that there's something out there, and I do believe that they're here, and I believe that they visit, But I also believe if they were really, like we keep saying, if they were really hell-bent on attacking us, they would have done it already.
Mm-hmm. But then the other thing is, I commented that on a TikTok video, and this girl replied, and she was like,
"Hello, Tina.
But do farmers attack their cattle, or do they wait until it's time to harvest them?" And I'm like, well, damn.
Yeah.
That's a different.
But I feel like we're kind of getting dumber. Like, I mean, yeah, our technology is advancing, but it's advancing way faster than we are as humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were talking about reverse engineering and all that. And I think there's something going on with that, but that's just my personal belief. It had nothing to do with the congressional hearing. I've been saying that since we started this show.
That's true, Darren.
Has worked a few courses.
It's kind of yucky out there today.
Yeah, it was gross outside
Nobody
today.
wants to be outside today.
Yeah. I have to go outside tomorrow to get cigarettes. I'm not very happy about it.
Oh, you poor
Run to
thing.
the store. Not like you're running a marathon.
Well, let's have
Jeez.
a collective consciousness experiment and see if we can get one of those aliens to bring you a pack.
I'm 100% down. Let's do it. Oh, you guys were kidding.
I want to try it. No, I was kidding. I wasn't kidding. Actually, Tina's watching the chat. She's the one who turned me on to Stephen Greer and told me about Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind.
It's phenomenal.
And, yeah.
I definitely need to look into it more, but
I definitely want to watch. Is it Unacknowledged? I keep asking myself. I keep forgetting what the other documentary is. Is there Undisclosed or Unacknowledged or something? It's another Stephen Greer.
So, did you catch the part of the hearing where they talked about how there are interdimensional beings? Catch that?
Yeah, there's a really quick video that kind of summed up the whole thing, like the most intense moments. I got to go through and find it because I did not do a great job of
labeling them.
Labeling them, right?
For the fifth time, I had watched the video.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank for.
Sorry, guys. I did a horrible job.
We were denied access.
Oh, saw that one already. That's a Bigfoot. I know that one.
I watched the entire UFO disclosure hearing today, so you guys don't have to. Here's all the most intense, crazy moments mashed up together. Here you go. Please enjoy.
You believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier. Do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Based on your experience and extensive conversations with experts, do you believe our government has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials?
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
And we did meet with one member of the flight crew who took the image. The image was of something that I am not able to attach to any human capability, either from the United States or from any of our adversaries. And they saw a sequence of 4 craft in a clear diamond formation for which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of. And when he approached, he said that his radar went down, he said that his FLIR system malfunctioned, and that he had to manually take this image from one of the lenses, and it was not automated in collection, as you would typically see in a test mission.
Grush, as a result of your previous government work, have you met with people with direct knowledge or have direct knowledge yourself of non-human origin craft?
Yes, I personally interviewed those individuals.
Mr. Grush, as a result of your previous government work, have you met with people with direct knowledge or have direct knowledge yourself about ATs, advanced technologies that the U.S. government has?
Based on conventional advanced tech, I was briefed to the preponderance of the Defense Department's both space and aerospace compartmented programs. Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, but how does a program like that get funded?
I will give you generalities. I can get very specific in a closed session, but misappropriation of funds and
does that mean
self-fund.
does that mean that there is money in the budget that is said to go to a program, but it doesn't, and it goes to something else?
Yes, I have specific knowledge of that. Yep.
Has the U.S. government become aware of actual evidence of extraterrestrial, otherwise unexplained forms of intelligence? And if so, when do you think this first occurred?
I like to use the term non-human. I don't like to denote origin. Keeps the aperture open, both scientifically. Certainly, like I've discussed publicly previously, 1930s.
Do you have any personal knowledge of someone who's possibly been injured working on legacy UAP reverse engineering?
Yes.
Okay. How were they injured? Is it something like a radioactive type situation or something we didn't understand?
You could imagine assessing an unknown unknown. There's a lot of potentialities you can't fully prepare for.
Okay, I rest my case after seeing that. Matt Getz, are you freaking kidding me? Are you? No, I rest my case. I know I'm right now.
What's up, Holly? Darren said if the alien thing ends up fading away like everything else, they can only start saying they have actually captured Bigfoot and have them hidden in Fort Knox.
I mean, that's what's left, right?
Right.
But then the other thing is that the AI is so advanced right now, they could literally just post a video of a captured Bigfoot and it could be all bullshit. Literally can't trust anything.
Oh, they already have done that. I've seen not as great as the AI is now, but yeah, there's been some videos I'm like, holy shit, what is it? Oh, now. Then you can look at it closer. But yeah, I'm more afraid of AI being used for terrorist, actions. I mean,
yeah, AI is nothing to joke about, man. That stuff's stupid.
That is truly scary.
Yeah. And I'm not really worried about robots as much as like how they can make people look exactly like the same person and make them say whatever they need them to say.
Right. Yep. Or do whatever they want you to do. So if they don't like you, they can make a video that's you robbing a bank and put you in jail. Or, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so much bad that can come out of it. And everybody just thinks it's great. They're like, oh, I had AI write a story for me. And I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, people are using that to like write thank you letters and, condolence letters. I mean, people are trying to use it to write books and write history reports, and it's like they don't even check the history, and it's printed out, and they're getting horrible grades. I've heard about this in colleges now, and they're like failing these reports because they don't check the facts.
Well, because AI probably gets them from Wikipedia,
right?
And that's what I'm saying. They pull whatever chunks they can from the internet and just put everything else together.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be complete nonsense.
So and then that leads to college degrees are worthless because if you could just go and have AI do all of your homework for you and whatever, then anybody could get a college degree. It doesn't mean that you actually qualified for it.
We can't.
But I bet my 9-year-old could do it.
Right. I'm trying to figure out where that interdimensional travel thing was. What's that?
Dennis said he hopes I had fun on my vacation.
Oh.
I sure did.
What's up, Dennis? Yeah, I went down the rabbit hole of watching Stephen Greer videos. And I kind of get into that too, but some of it's a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I've been watching Paradise by the Dashboard Light reaction videos.
That's funny, dude.
I went to a wedding once and the DJ split everybody up. Yeah, it was fun. Actually, it was a reverse raffle. But the DJ split the guys and girls up on separate sides of the dance floor. And he told everybody to sing that song, because they sing back and forth to each other. I've never been more disappointed in my generation than I was as I was one of 3 girls singing this song because nobody knew it.
Oh, okay.
I was so
That's what I'm
disappointed.
saying. You'd be surprised at how many people don't know meatloaf.
Oh my gosh. Should be taught in schools.
We're number one in Mars.
Yeah, right. They're loving us right now.
Just kidding. We're all on a CIA watch list now because I was running my mouth.
Yeah. Well, that's another
Just
thing they were
now?
talking about too. Like they were
Yeah.
asking, they were asking all the witnesses if they had felt like they've been mistreated or,
Mm-hmm.
you know, what's like if they feared for their lives at any point after coming out with this info. And the two guys who were like just the straight up military guys, and and all that, they're like, no, just their biggest thing is like they didn't their reports, like nobody, like it just like there was a wall and it just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And the especially the one pilot guy, I can't remember his name. It wasn't Grush or whatever his name. The guy that was talking most of the time, that was talking like way over my head a lot of the time.
Yeah.
His big thing is just people are afraid to report the sightings.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're having scary situations in flight and they're afraid because it's not going to go anywhere. And then they're being pulled off the flight line and being told they have to sit out on missions and stuff because then get psychiatric help because there's still a stigma that is attached to all this.
Right.
And they're afraid to report it because they have nobody to go to.
Well, it should have backup on those fancy planes they fly.
They should.
They should have a camera on there.
And especially when they do the training missions.
Yep.
That's what they were saying too, is when they do the training missions, there's like extra footage because it's not just the pilots who need that footage. It's like their superiors are supposed to be watching like everything that they do, and everything's going down. Which, who knows if it's like the aliens are jamming the signal and that's why it's not working,
Right.
or if it's like they just scrubbed it real quick and said, "Oh, it didn't work."
They have a plane pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah.
It was behind us, and the whole time I was filming in front of us.
Yeah, they forgot to hit record. It's fine.
But if I'm gonna when we comes down to brass tacks, though, I tend to believe the witnesses that have gone through the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't think they're just making it up. Because they are, and there's people out there that make them look like fools and idiots for talking about it.
Right.
And I believe that they went through that, and I believe that they couldn't explain it. It's the same deal like when we go ghost hunting, or if we were doing a residential. We don't go in just like, oh, you're a fucking idiot, you're crazy, and I'm going to prove it to you. We try to understand them, and we give them the support they need to be able to tell us what they experience, and we don't try to disprove it right away. We do our due diligence and try to figure it out and make sure it's not something real world before we say, oh yeah, your house is haunted. But it's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just these people are dealing with high level Congress, and you can't you can't trust them as far as you can throw them, and that's not very far.
Right. Yeah, it is. I mean, as soon as the hearings are over, or even before they started, all these people on social media are like, these guys are crazy. They're just trying to get attention. Yeah. They're not, this is a bunch of bullshit, whatever. So they had a lot of pushback.
But at the end of the day, I did it. It was a very interesting listen. It was very interesting to listen to the whole thing. And I listened to it while I was driving. So it was you watch it on TV, you kind of get lost in the display of the TV, and you're not watching the people talk to each other behind them and not really listening to what you're talking about. But when you're forced to listen to them, you hear it was weird. I mean, they were asking some good questions, but they were going down some rabbit holes like we would on the show.
Yeah.
Do you have any bodies? And of course, the one guy who's, one of the heads of national security, he's not going to be able to tell them exactly what he saw.
Right. Like,
'Cause they
yeah,
just
they're
saw it.
at this location, this location.
Yeah, yeah. They're at Walmart on, down the street at.
Right. And that was the part that, I was saying maybe they don't need to know everything,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
I
don't know that
understand why they feel like they shouldn't leak the information to the general public.
Yeah.
Like, especially like that in-depth stuff.
Hmm.
I mean, let us know when there's something for us to worry about.
Right.
But the problem is with them, I don't know if they would even do that. Like, there's always so much misdirection and secrets held when they need to be held, or when they shouldn't be held, and you know what I mean. It's just,
Hmm.
oh, thanks, Dennis, appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that they would tell us if there was something that was dangerous for us.
Hmm.
I don't have faith that they would. And honestly, if it was like, they know that there's an attack coming and it's going to be in a half hour, like, honestly, what's the point? You don't have to
Right.
tell us.
Right.
What are we going to do? But yeah, I don't necessarily think that they need to tell us everything. I just think that it would be nice if, when people do have experiences, they don't get shot down immediately and told that they're wrong and told that
Right.
they're conspiracy theorists and all this other stuff. Like, maybe you don't have to tell us your information, but don't degrade people when they have an experience and say you're wrong. Obviously, they're not wrong. These people have been having experiences for decades and talking about it, and the very people that are sitting in that room were like, no, that's not true, that's not real.
Right.
So I don't necessarily think they need to tell us about new things, but maybe, like, don't ruin somebody's life when they have an experience.
Right. That's the biggest message that I got out of this whole thing, and this is really why the whole thing happened. They're just trying to have a place to report this and be understood. And I think there's certain levels of Congress that should probably know what's going on.
Maybe.
They don't need to know everything.
Right.
I don't know.
Oh man.
Look at that dude.
Lincoln time.
What's up, Lincoln?
What's going on, Lincoln?
Doggy.
It's not
Doggy.
Cat.
What do you say? Hi, be nice. Hi, dudes. Hi, be nice. Hi, dudes.
Hey, buddy. We're over here.
H nice.
You getting ready for school?
You getting ready for school?
Yep. Messing with my stuff.
You play with Dad's stuff. Yeah, tell me, you're gonna go to a new school, a church school.
Ooh.
Nice.
Tell them how you went on vacation with mommy last week.
What?
Somebody got potty trained.
Someone got potty trained. Officially.
Oh.
He's like, I don't want to tell them anything.
Right. He's like, I'm too busy playing with all this stuff.
Right.
Here, I'll show you.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's mostly his stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, dude.
It's bedtime.
Dude, go to bed. Man.
Good night, Lincoln.
Night, buddy.
Good night.
It's nice.
H nice.
That's not right.
There you go.
That's cool. You can control the police car with the remote.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's awesome.
nice.
Yeah.
So you don't have to follow it around and turn the steering wheel every time you go the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna watch.
That's
We're
cool.
going to go to bed.
You're gonna go to bed.
You going night-night?
Good
Night-night.
night.
Like he's like a baby.
You going night-night?
You
going
going
night-night?
night-night? Jesus Christ. I slipped and said that to my dog a few times. It's pretty annoying.
I was on a girls' weekend and I asked the girls, I said, does anybody have to go potty? And they were like, are you kidding me? Sorry.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't want to.
Good night.
Oh, I see. We were both waiting for Lincoln to be gone.
Yeah.
You never know. Like, I don't know what kids are afraid
Yeah.
of. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Linda says, I think I saw a UFO once many years ago. I do think there's intelligent life in our vast universe. Validating people's paranormal and alien experiences is important.
It is. Yeah, that's what I was getting at. I mean, these people are going through something that's very scary and traumatic for them. You know what I mean? It's not always a good experience. It's not always just like, oh, I saw some cool lights in the sky.
Right.
Sometimes people have bad experiences. And if you're already going through all of that, and then you have to deal with people telling you that you belong in an asylum, and you know what I mean? I just think it doesn't help anything.
Yeah. You know, I'm really, and they've brought up NASA a few times during the hearing about how they haven't really come forth with any confirming information on anything that's been said about UAPs, but they're working on a report or a project on what they believe is happening or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I would believe NASA more than I think I would believe the government, but I don't know how much the government runs NASA. Like, is NASA a government operation, or is that
technically? NASA is currently being sued, just so you know.
Really?
Go down that rabbit hole sometime. Or for faking evidence of the astronauts being on the International Space Station.
What?
Yep. Yep. This guy, I'm terrible with names anyways, but this guy went through all of their footage and pulled out all of these instances where like the people will glitch in and out of the green screen and parts where you can see the harness on their waist when they do their little flips in the air when they're in the space station and all this crazy stuff. I think I told you about the mouse that was on the spacewalk.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were doing the spacewalk and they were trying to like repair the outside of the ship, and they have like a camera pointed on it, and then there's like a part of the ship where like this mouse goes and he's like running around out in outer space on the outside of the International Space Station. So yeah, there's this guy, and I don't even know if he's like a scientist or if he's just like somebody with too much time on his hands and had time to watch all their videos, but he went to Congress and said that he is going to sue NASA for misinformation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
I don't know if I believe NASA either. I'm telling you, I don't believe anybody anymore.
Son of a bitch. I'm just going to have to break into these places and find out for myself.
Yeah. And that's exactly why I don't think that they would tell anybody anything, because look at how many people go to Area 51.
Yeah, and there's like, really nothing really there anymore. I mean, there's
But once the word gets out there,
in the first place,
especially nowadays, we can get information to each other so quickly. If they posted or if they even talked about where things were at, there would be tons of people there immediately.
It'd be a flash mob in minutes.
It's just so crazy.
Yeah, so we like at the beginning of the week, we were just talking about let's just watch some weird ass TikTok videos and kind of just have fun with them and see if we believe them or if we think it's bullshit or just make fun of them. I did throw a couple of those in there. I do find this one interesting because I've seen this on TV. I've seen it on several shows, but it's a Bigfoot video, and I find it interesting.
We see that they use trees around about to just.
They see how they're broken, snapped like twigs.
They're snapped like twigs. No hatchets. No.
And this is like a family on like a camping.
No human marks of a saw. Everything snapped as though by mighty, mighty strength. Every bit of the.
How you seem to have picked a human camping area. You can see with these Fire pits.
We see down here a fire pit, but we see no evidence that there was ever a fire.
He's walking down.
Oh my word.
Bigfoot's walking down right now.
Uh-huh.
See, he's standing taller. Oh, I'll get back
We-
to camp.
We see something moving on the hill above.
Run!
Where? Where is it? Is it like right where those trees, like right on the right
Yeah.
side of it?
No,
Wanna go?
it stopped and looking at us.
It's kind of looking at us.
I don't see it.
Moving
The
now.
trees. It's to the right of them. It's walking that way. The trees.
You see-
Okay. See that King's Castle?
Yeah. He's that
Look down that
kind
hill.
of little skinny thing.
That little thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the right side of the tree.
Kind of small, but this is a far way away.
I don't see nothing. Seriously.
On the ridge.
On the ridge.
Right on the ridge.
Almost to those trees.
He's coming down this way. See the patch of snow in the middle there? There's 3 patches of snow up there. See the one right up, straight up above the patch of snow.
Right under that big wall.
Yeah. The bigger patch of the 3 patches of snow.
Over here?
Yeah.
What about it?
He's walking up right on the ledge. See, he's just
So I've seen that video several times, and it was on that Paranormal Caught on Camera show.
Oh yeah.
They did a closer up of it. And, like, they were able to pan it even better than those people were on their own video. But it's like this thing is like throwing its hands up in the air, like it's all pissed off that those people are at its campsite. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. Is it a camera trick, or is it? Because whatever it is, I mean, it's pretty tall compared to like the trees it's walking close to. Like it's
Right.
not, you know. There's it's a
It almost
hard.
looks too tall though for me.
What's that? Too tall?
It almost looks too tall.
Yeah. Right.
Like those trees are what, 20, 30 feet?
Yeah.
And he's taller than the trees?
Oh yeah,
That
at
doesn't make
least.
sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I tried to first of all, I don't like watching scary things. And then
Oh,
I was
yeah.
trying to look up ghost TikToks
Yeah.
for the show. My husband was
Uh-huh.
making fun of me the whole time because I'm like, I hate watching scary things.
Right.
And then I'm worried that it's going to keep showing up because of the algorithm now.
Right.
But there's just so much shit that is so obviously fake.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
There's this guy, I want to say he's in India, and he
Uh-huh.
does lives all the time, and he gets these crazy videos. In one of them, his friend was standing on the ceiling, just standing on the ceiling, just
Oh yeah, I
straight.
saw that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
So I got frustrated with it.
So did I. I did load this one just because I think it's kind of funny.
For the 5th time I had watched the video, I noticed something in the corner of the room, which is actually my daughter's room. So I screenshotted it and I just zoomed in on it. My heart just dropped. I could feel my face, all the blood in my face ran. I mean, it scared me.
I think it scared you? Holy shit. Again, I don't know. They always seem so legit when they're telling the story, but
I know.
I don't know. It's just, I didn't know it was there. Plus, why? I mean, if it was a ghost, of a person, a spirit of a person, why would it be
Chilling on
dangling
top of
off
your
the
cabinet.
roof in a closet, looking out the door with that?
I know. I watched this one, it was right after the Las Vegas alien thing where where it crashed in their backyard. And I watched this guy, and he was it was Blair Witch style. He's
Yeah.
moving his phone all around because he's running, and he's I swear to God, I just saw an alien in my backyard. He's hang on, and he gets his flashlight and he goes back there. And then it's his friend dressed up in an alien costume, and he starts twerking for the camera. And I'm like, oh my God, I just wasted 2 minutes of my life watching this. People are
Oh my
definitely creative, and
Yeah, they
hilarious.
are. Some of them are too creative, and some of them make videos that really look like they could be real.
Yeah, and those ones scare me.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like watching scary movies, because I don't know. I just feel like it could be real, and if I
Right.
feel like it could be real, then I just jump in. My whole body, all my emotions are like, "Yep, that's real." And then I get really scared. Even things like The Day After Tomorrow. Is that what that movie's called? Where it's like the winter storm comes in?
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Even watching that, like, you know, because it's these guys and they're scientists and they study
Yeah.
weather and all this stuff and they make it like super real. So my brain's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's real." I
Yeah.
just get like way too scared.
Yeah. Like that could happen. I
Right.
mean, we never know. It could.
It
You know,
could.
it's
I don't know.
the weather has been getting stranger and stranger. I mean, I think,
Yeah.
you know, as the years have progressed, you know, I mean, this heat, you know, especially out in. Yeah, I agree, Holly.
Florida, the water is almost boiling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not really. It's 100 degrees, but
Well, they said like
That's
the
hot.
hospitals are getting, like in Arizona, like the hospitals are getting overridden with people with burn victims,
Like from being
like
outside?
from like falling on the asphalt and their skin just like starts burning, like sizzling
Ew.
as soon as it hits because the asphalt's so hot. Yeah, they got just horrible burns.
Yeah, and I just watched something where there was like,
that's probably why they're telling us all about the aliens. Fucking the sun's probably blowing up.
right? They said there was like 52 whales that died in the ocean. They were like somehow unaliving themselves all together at the same time. There was 52 of them.
It's like in front of a cruise ship, wasn't it?
No, that's the orca whales.
Oh, that's the other one.
Yeah. These are
What
different
happened?
whales. Orca whales are like attacking boats now. Like they purposely attack the rudders of boats
Yeah,
and disable the boats. It happens
yeah.
all the time. Seriously, so many rabbit holes. You guys should have made a list from the beginning.
Well,
You
it's
have a
enough
lot
for a
of
different.
it's just crazy. There's just so many things that are just not right. And then there was like some weird earthquake that did like this, like the ground. Maybe it was, I don't know, maybe something exploded underground, but it was like the entire road. But it like went up really quick and it like threw the cars up in the air and then they all slammed down to the ground. And it was like they recorded it and it was just like a straight line and it was like super deep and really wide. And it was in like South Africa or something. Just like, what? When do
Weird.
earthquakes do that? Like,
Yeah.
just
I remember it was several years ago. There was like a slew of these videos where you just heard this like horn, this earth-shattering horn
Yeah.
noise. I don't know if you ever heard those.
Yep.
That people
The
were
trumpet.
saying, you know, it's the Gabriel's trumpet signifying the end of the world, and like it was like all over the world. People were showing these videos.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it never sounded exactly the same. So I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
And then some scientists were saying it's like actual like
The tectonic plates were
plates
rubbing
shifting,
up
and that's
against
the
each other.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Which would make sense as to why it would happen before an earthquake.
Right. Yeah.
No. But still, can you imagine going outside and just hearing that? Like,
I saw another video actually just recently. I think it was in it's the Philippines, but they're like panning across like the sea, and like everybody's like, "What is that? What is that?" Like a big crowd. You hear like what sounds like the modern day Godzilla noise.
yeah.
It's like that big like howling scream that he does in the movie. I'm like, what the fuck? Because it sounded like it was mixed perfect. It was fake. You
Yeah.
know, like the audio sounded right on. And I'm like, holy shit, I should have downloaded that one. That was interesting. But I started throwing all these like so together so late in the game. Like I
Yeah.
didn't even put up our poster till yesterday, but
Yeah. It's so crazy. And then there was that red cloud that was over Turkey before they had their huge earthquake.
yeah.
And it like looked like a portal and it was like seriously like a red cloud. And then one just showed up above Hawaii like a couple, maybe like a year later, but they didn't have an earthquake. But then like The mayor in Turkey is going on the news, like doing a whatever press conference and saying that he knows America had something to do with the earthquake. And we're like what is happening? I'm just ready to go get an island somewhere and just be done.
Right?
There's
Why do you
just
think
so
I
much.
watch Meatloaf reaction videos?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're onto something.
Right.
Because I'm so torn because I understand how much less stressful it would be to not
Right.
watch
Yeah.
all these things. But at the same time, my brain's like, I have to know. I have to know what's going
Right.
on. Like, so I know what to expect or I know what to do if something happens. I don't know. Just ready to build a bunker and be done with it. Put on my tinfoil hat and just be done with it.
There it is. I'm like looking at the other videos that I downloaded but didn't put up. I'm gonna try to put that one up because this is funny to watch.
It's funny.
I think like after I watch them, like you like the initial reactions, like holy fuck, what did I just see?
Yeah.
We watch it over and over again. I'm like, they just dubbed it from Godzilla or some shit like that. Let's see if it loads. It's so fast and quick. Like, I mean, I don't. Like, I wouldn't be there filming it if it was really going on. I'd be like fucking like looking for a basement or something. Like, I don't know. I'd be.
All you would see is like the phone on the ground. Like you'd have a picture of the street because I'd be out of there.
Or people wouldn't even be able to hear what's happening because I'd just be like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that makes that whole video hokey. Like, there's no reaction to what's going on at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, unless he's like in total shock and just like panning back and forth trying to figure out where the hell it's coming from. But
I mean, that's true too, because maybe it's like he doesn't want to draw attention to himself, you know?
Yeah.
Like if there's any sort of creature and it's like close to you, you're probably not going to be like, oh my God. You're probably going to be quiet. So it doesn't, you know, you're probably going to stand still.
Yeah.
Not make a sound, but still try to film it in case you die. Then people would know what killed you.
Fuck that, man. I'd be running. I'm going to take my chance.
I'm not fast. I'm not going to run.
I'm not fast either, but you know what? I'm going to take my chance, man. Make sure they don't get me. Or if they do get me, at least I was running.
Yeah. You put up a fight.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. But
I know you probably like I probably just pass out.
Yeah, that's true.
Your brain probably just goes, what?
Too much.
It's your brain's way of saving you.
Yeah. It would just be like a nope, and then there's me in the phone call. Like Blair Witch style. It's just my face passed out on the ground.
So let's say, like, okay, you do have an alien encounter. Do you run?
No.
You sit there and try to figure out, or do you like try to make contact?
I would try to make contact. I like to say that I would, but I probably would pass out.
Right.
I run from regular people, so I don't see why I would change anything.
Right.
He's like, I have to avoid contact with humans. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, I'd have to actually leave my house to make contact with anybody.
Shit, Heisenberg. What would you do if an alien came in your house? Like, you
Burn the
have to
motherfucker down is what I would do.
in the house with the alien?
No, I'd get everybody else out. That alien and I are gonna have a talk.
Sit down, mister.
Sit down, mister.
Yeah.
What have you been up to?
All right.
Yeah.
How do I make my car fly? Tell me.
Can you imagine the insurance rates if you had to fly in cars?
I know, right?
You
Yeah.
can't even drive them.
People can't even drive on the roads with like rules to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It would be chaotic.
It's
And then, like,
I don't see how it'd be possible. I
no,
keep trying to
because
think of it. I mean, it's probably grander than I could even think of, but I don't see how it's possible.
no. Because what do you do if there's an accident? Like, it's gonna
Mhm.
fall in somebody's house or a
Right.
school or something. You know, there's
And if they're
it's
going to
not
say, well, there'll be like routes you follow. That's basically a street.
right.
You're just flying above the street.
Right.
Oh my gosh, Tina. I love that movie so much.
Swing. Oh yes.
Yeah.
From Signs.
I'd be throwing my bat at him and running.
To hit the glass of
away.
water. But I love that movie too because it's like I am a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and that movie is the epitome of that. Like
Oh, yeah,
literally
yeah,
every
yeah.
single little thing all adds up to exactly where it needs to be at the end.
Yep.
That's
Have you
a
ever
good
seen
one.
Signs, Heisenberg?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a scary one. We watched that.
No.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I love M. Night movies. Most of them.
Yeah.
There's maybe like one or
I
two that
didn't like
I
the
thought
one
were
about the
Like when the
lady in
wind comes after you.
Yeah, the happening.
happening.
Ugh. We just watched one recently too. I can't remember the name of it. Damn it! These people were stuck on this part of the island, and like if you went in the water, you aged quickly. Like you got old really quick and died.
Florida.
What is
Florida.
it? Florida.
Oh, The Happening? Mm.
You love The Happening or Signs?
No,
Or
she
that-
already likes Signs.
Oh, okay.
I think she's talking about The Happening.
That stupid beach movie.
I did see that one, I think. I didn't like the one about the lady in the water. I think it might have been called The Lady in the Water.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
No, not too
I
much.
thought that was kind of cool. Cool story.
Is The Others one of his movies too?
The Others.
Bro, Nicole Kidman.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna-
like one of my favorite movies. But no, that's
Duh,
not M.
that's
Night.
why I said bro. You know what I'm talking about.
No.
I like that one too.
Sixth Sense obviously is a great one.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
That one's scary.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Don't
I
like
know
it.
the gist of it. I know the gist of it. I know what happens.
But yeah, he's made some weird ones that I like. Just it's the acting in some of them is just horrible.
Mhm.
Especially the one about the beach one, whatever it's called. I can't remember the freaking name of it, but you know,
Beach Party
Signs is
Bingo?
probably one of my favorite ones. What's that? Beach Party Bingo? Yeah.
Yeah, those are
Another
good
one
movies.
that's good is Devil, but that's a scary one. You guys wouldn't like that.
Mm-mm. Does he make the Unbreakable movies?
Yes.
Yeah, I like those too.
Those are amazing. I have not seen Glass yet, though. The last one with like
I
all
have.
three of them.
Mm-hmm. I do like those movies. Do any of those count as scary movies? Because I've seen them all.
I don't know. I don't know how you describe a scary movie. Like I mean, I didn't think Sixth Sense had jump scares, but I understood the
That
message
movie is
behind
scary. That movie is scary. When Ryan was little, he was like 6. He spent the night at my dad and stepmom's, and he lied to my stepmom and told her that I let him watch scary movies. And he said he wanted to watch The Sixth Sense because that was one of his favorite movies. He lied about all of it, and he watched it. That boy was afraid for 6 months. He just would not leave the room that I was in. If I was in the kitchen, he couldn't even be in the dining room right next to me. He had to be in the kitchen with me. It was ridiculous. I was like, well,
That's what
why
you get.
don't lie.
Yeah. Yeah. When we went to Maine a couple years ago for family vacation. Like every night we were just like having like the end of the night was like movie night, chill, you know, in the cabin and watch a movie, pop popcorn, whatever, eat snacks. Somehow we got into the Conjuring series.
Oh, geez.
And my youngest is like, oh, yeah, I want to watch that. It looks awesome. I'm like, I don't know. You sure you're ready for this? Because she's like kind of like in the middle, like probably too young, but maybe she could handle it.
Yeah.
No, she was messed up, but she
Heisenberg's like, I'm too young to watch
yeah,
that.
she was up all night. She couldn't sleep. She's just like walking like scaring the shit out of all of us because we're all sleeping. And we look out in the hallway. She's just like pacing back and forth because she couldn't fall asleep, just making
Dude,
sure.
I'd flip out right there. I'd be like,
In
sorry.
a white nightgown with her hair like this.
So like the second night, we're like, what do you want to watch? She's like, Conjuring 2. I'm like, no, not a chance. You're done with Conjuring movies. But now
Yeah.
she loves them. She watches them all the time.
Yeah, Ryan loves scary movies now, but I mean, he was 6. I can't be.
Like, I love, like, I mean, slasher flicks are awesome just because they're classic. But they're not, I mean, I don't know, they're just, the storylines are stupid. Like, but like The Conjuring and shit like that, those are like my favorite.
No.
The Conjuring, all the Conjuring movies, The Nun, all those things. Like, they scare the shit out of me, but I love them.
That's scary.
Because they're more on the
Saw movies. Those are just
I
like
only-
gory, not scary.
I only
but
saw the first one. I never saw the rest of them.
I saw all of them. I actually like them.
If you're in the chat room, what's your favorite scary story or scary movie?
Scary movie.
If you watch them.
And if you don't, that's okay.
Yeah, if you don't, just say I don't watch them.
Because 2 out of the 3 people on this show don't watch them.
It's not a prerequisite for what we do. It's just fun to pick on.
No, I do. A lot of people pick on me, but I have talked to a lot of people who say the same thing. They're like, I like to do this, but I don't want to have anything to do with it at home, because that's different.
Yeah.
Like being at home is different.
Yeah, I wouldn't like I wouldn't want to live in a haunted, like a crazy haunted house. No, fuck that.
Slightly haunted be okay, but nothing like crazy.
Yeah.
What I
don't want
like
like doors opening and shit and people appearing in mirrors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would I like to be able to be at home and like tinker with some of my equipment and just kind of test it out and like maybe get a little bit of response? But yeah, but that could open the door to something else, and I'm not allowed to do that here. So Mountain Monsters, that's a good one. The Changeling, good one.
That sounds scary.
That's old school. That's a good one.
I don't know.
Like Max and Me, that's a good scary. You guys even remember Max and Me?
Oh my god, yeah.
The kid
Mac
in the
and Me.
wheelchair.
It's
Mac and Me. Mac and Me. Yeah.
Never saw it.
That was like my favorite movie growing up.
Doesn't Paul Rudd use that whenever he goes on Conan?
Little aliens.
Yeah. Yeah, he uses that one scene every time he goes on Conan instead of the scene from his actual movie.
Yeah.
Like the
That's the only reason I know that. I'd never heard of that movie until then.
Oh, it's so good. And Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, I love Flight of the Navigator. Flight of the
Somebody
Navigator
made a
was
TikTok
awesome.
about that the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, I totally forgot about that movie."
Compliance.
Those
That's
are
a great one.
Yeah, those are my type of alien movies.
Yep.
And E.T. obviously.
E.T. makes me depressed. I mean, it's like it's great at the end, but it's also kind of like you're leaving Elliot. What are you doing, man?
Right? I thought we were friends.
You can see the rest of the world wasn't friends with him.
Yeah.
That's why he left. See, that's exactly why we don't want those motherfuckers coming here.
Those motherfuckers. That was Heisenberg's opinion, not mine.
Right. For all of you alien friends that are, living among us watching the show tonight, you're welcome. You're welcome here.
I didn't say they didn't exist. I just called them a
I've heard
name.
of the last Mimsy, but I have not seen it. Yeah, she's back, Jeff. She's never really gone, though, is she? She's always with us.
She's always with us.
We were actually talking about her quite a bit. We're hoping she wasn't working while she was on vacation.
I did very good.
Good.
Even the people I went with were like, "I'm really proud of you. I thought you'd be working a lot more."
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some stuff to do, but I did
Jeff
good.
said he hopes you got a tan. I'm like, I don't know. Of the three of us, I don't really think any of us tan. Maybe Heisenberg does, but yeah.
I just kind of burn, heal, repeat.
That's what Kate and Lincoln do.
What's up, Johnny?
Yeah.
How you doing, Johnny?
Yeah, see? I was at the fair for 2 hours today and got sunburned.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I think this isn't I think the Summit County Fair is this weekend.
Yeah, it's always the last
Or this
week of
week.
January
Yeah.
or July. I mean,
Never been. I'm not a big fair person anymore. I don't know.
It's
I
very
grew up in
peoply.
yeah, it's too much. Everything's
do like
super
seeing the
expensive
animals,
anymore.
it's all
Yeah.
loud.
We made the mistake of going at dinner time, and we went to one of the little, fair food, whatever trucks, and it was $46. Like,
Holy
I can't.
yeah,
I
it's
can't.
like-
We gotta go, kids.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, we used to go all the time when I was little, like to the Portage County Fair, or there was the ox roast in Manaway. It was a little Manaway fair. It was always like right on my birthday, so it was like kind of a tradition when I was young. But I just don't like it. It's too many people, and most
I
people
like seeing the animals though.
I do like going to like the Irish festival, the cultural stuff, like those kind of things. But
Yeah. I haven't
and
been
that's
to
cool
that
too.
one.
Yeah, the one in Berea is kind of cool. That's they like they'll have farm animals there too, and like dogs that are like known
Or like
well
Irish
in
setters and
Ireland.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Irish
Irish
setters,
wolfhounds.
wolfhounds, yeah. And they even had some cattle that is popular and just in that area.
Is it the Highland
So-
cattle with long hair?
Yeah, they're like real fluffy long
I
hair.
love
yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Someone
They're
in
kind of
Madison
short.
has
They're
them.
like short and
Yeah.
stocky.
Yeah. So cute. And then we have the medieval festival out by us too.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to that.
Yeah, that's really
I've never
cool.
been.
That's fun. It's like LARPing.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many people who are in costume and do not break character the entire time they're there. It's really cool.
Yeah, I think I saw Andrea or Amber up there with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
took pictures. Looks fun.
It is fun. I don't know
Oh,
what to
dude, I
expect.
haven't seen that in a long time.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Heisenberg and I are like, no, that's a no
Yeah.
for me. Nope.
Speaking of alien movies, what about Batteries Not Included? You guys like that one when you were kids?
Oh, is that the one with the toaster? It's not a
It's the
it's not about a toaster.
Looks like the little robots that like
Never
flew
saw
in
it.
from outer space and like the
Never
one
saw it.
guy.
Oh my god.
Nope,
Yeah.
never saw it.
I did see it. Are they numbers? Why are all these like weird images coming into my head? I swear to God, there's something about a toaster at the beginning. Oh, maybe that's Short Circuit.
Short
Different.
Circuit was a good one too.
I like Short Circuit.
It is LARPing, Darren. It's
Magic
like
missile.
the whole weekend. He looks like he has a mohawk. Ooh. Maybe you, Heisenberg. Oh,
has a
yeah,
mohawk.
like that.
Hmm?
When you turn to the side, it looks like you have a mohawk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but medieval festivals are fun. And it's
I've
cool
never been
because
one of those either.
they have like rides, but nothing runs on electricity because it's medieval times.
Right.
So they have like giant carved boats that are on like pendulums, and like a guy
okay.
pushes it and pulls it with a string,
Oh.
and that's what makes it go back and forth. Like it's all
I've seen
manpower.
videos
It's
of like
crazy.
some places you go, like the guy will like push you, but he'll
Yeah.
like hang on to it and
Oh,
like
yeah.
swing with you, and like he like does all these like acrobatic tricks on it while you guys are swinging.
Yeah.
I always thought was kind of cool.
Lily.
What up,
Hello,
brother?
friends.
We gave
So-
our ideas on the whole UFO congressional, what was it, committee meeting or whatever.
Yeah. We'll just see where it goes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of great thoughts before the show.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like we get on the show and I'm like, oh, I'm fucking tired. It's like I can't put my words together. But I believe in aliens. I believe that the witnesses have seen or witnessed what they experienced. I believe all their stories. The one guy, not so sure because he's got so many secrets that he can't indulge because of being in the national security scene. But
he's a
I
whistleblower.
don't know.
Yeah.
He's willing to meet in a skiff, whatever the hell that is. I kept bringing that up like a million times. It's like a secret meeting.
Secure something, secure communications, enable. I don't know. It's basically like a
Phone of
shipping
silence?
container. It's like a
Okay.
shipping container, but it cuts off all communications. Like no cell
Oh.
phones will work in there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's nothing
Okay.
could be recording. It like basically just like emits an EMP all the time so that if you try to sneak in electronics, it will destroy them. You know, like it's super
Oh,
secure.
wow.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a skiff.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. They want it to be. I'm starting to think about that now. That doesn't make any sense either because they want it to be transparent, but they know it's national security, so they're not going to be able to tell anybody once they hear the
Yeah.
information themselves.
They want it to be transparent-ish.
Yeah. Hell Hydra.
Basically.
Start calling him the Red Skull.
It's the poison apple theory, man. They
Mhm.
put all this stuff in movies that's going to happen. So then
Yeah.
they, you know, they could be like, we told you. Like iRobot and Transformer. I mean,
Yeah.
not Transformers, the
Yeah.
Terminator.
Right. I'm worried about that shit. But that's
You know what's okay? You know what's a scary movie? You know what's a scary movie that is not actually a scary movie? Is Eagle
Titanic.
Eye. Have you seen that movie?
What is it?
Eagle Eye
Oh my gosh, I saw it a long
with
time
Shia
ago.
LaBeouf.
Yes. Yeah.
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 That's where AI takes over, does all kinds
Yeah.
of crazy shit.
Yep. I mean, Odyssey, an old movie. The Hal takes over the ship, and it's like we're progressing too fast, and we don't have control over these things.
No.
I
I just
see
hope
these
that there's
robotics
really
coming out of, I think it's Boston Robotics. This thing can actually like do work, and it could balance itself walking over a balance beam while holding a bunch of heavy stuff, and it actually jumps. It like did a complete jumping somersault from one board to another.
Ew,
And it
no.
like can throw stuff. I mean, it was just like, no. Like, have you guys ever heard of Skynet? This is how it happens. And next thing you know,
Right?
We are the biggest idiots in the world. Because we do shit that we know is going to be
I
bad.
know. Darren said sensitive
Thank you, Darren.
compartmented information facility. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we do
I've
stuff
never
that
heard
we know is going to be bad.
Yeah, exactly.
What did Eddie say? Yes, it is.
No, thank you.
It is between AI, the robotics. I mean, these human-like machines. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And everybody's just like, oh, look how cool this robot walking on a balance beam, throwing things. Like, that's not cool.
Right.
Stop it.
Doing like somersaults and flips and
Right.
like parkour.
No.
I mean, that's how it starts, guys. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
that thing's gonna be flipping and jumping, and it's gonna have a freaking cannon on its shoulder.
Yep.
I mean, you
Yeah.
guys don't learn your lessons from these movies. Are not too far off.
Right? Yeah. It's just, it's crazy.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, my children. Hi, they're home. Sorry.
Even
They're,
like
knocking
Stephen
on the
Greer
door.
like talked about he made the whole connection between Men in Black and Independence Day, like that. He's like that's like right off the script of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What did Dave said? He thinks the aliens would be here to help us to get our shit together, and only turn on us when some redneck decides to take a shot at one with the 12. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Or our government.
Right.
Because like they turned it in the congressional committee.
Right.
They turned it into, oh well, this is obviously national security risk.
Right, Dave. Exactly. Fortunately, I grew up with a whole lot of those guys.
They're coming for my guns.
Coming for my guns.
You know what?
Those
though?
aliens
I
don't
think
need your guns. They're gonna laugh in your face
that's
when you
true.
point one of those
That's
on them.
true. I don't know. I like to think that aliens know who we are as a person. Maybe not like, you know, everything, but they know if you're like actually a threat. I
Yeah.
don't think that they would be too stressed out about hillbillies. Oh my goodness.
Watching
Maybe
TV,
they
that's
believe in the
90% of our core audience.
Just come on here and say hi so you can stop.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Good.
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 Okay.
Bye.
Jeez.
Should I have my kids come down?
I know, right?
Let's meet the family time.
He's like just
my
standing
kids-
just off camera, like, hi. I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
for
do
my
you need
kids to come
something?
down, they'd have to like leave their phones for a second and come out of the
Right.
bedroom.
Just change the Wi-Fi password, and then they'll have to come find you to get it.
Right.
They'd figure it out. They'd be like, let's see here. Bigfoot? Bigfoot
Right.
1?
Right.
Bigfoot 2? Bigfoot 3?
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Mm.
Greatest reptilian 2024. What?
That's who's going to be running in 2024.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At this point, I would vote for them.
Right?
Honestly.
Yeah, we talked about this too a couple weeks ago. Like, what if we're just their like science experiment? Like, our whole race is just, you know, they're
We're like an
It's
ant
like that-
farm.
yeah, or some kind of weird sociological experiment.
Yeah, they're just
environmental
watching us. They
experiment.
tap on the glass every once in a
Yeah.
while.
All right,
Yeah.
we're just a bit in a big zoo.
Yeah. Throw in a little crumbled cookie to see how we fight over it. Yeah.
I could go for a cookie right now. I love me some cookies. God damn it! Now I really want a cookie.
I wouldn't mind a cookie myself.
Kind of cookie does a Heisenberg eat?
A Heisenberg orders from Insomnia cookies sometimes.
Dude, I'm sorry. Like, I've tried the new crumble cookies. Screw
I
it.
don't
It's
think
too much
they're that
crap
good.
on them.
The Insomnia ones?
Insomnias are amazing. Love them. They're just
They
good.
deliver them to you any time at night almost and bring you milk.
Yes, they'll bring you ice cold milk. Oh, do you like ice cold milk, or
Yes.
you drink that warm?
Well,
I don't drink milk.
Okay, gotcha.
The only milk I get now is in my coffee. And it's oat milk.
Oh my god!
like
Here
oat
we
milk
go.
in coffee.
Can we have another
What's going on?
child who
Yeah.
apparently has to say hello. Say hi.
Hey.
Oh my god!
What's up? All right, where's Ryan and Richie? I might as well
I
bring
know,
them on.
right? Jeez. I did think it would be cool to have our kids on the show one time. I should
That'd be
not say that when they
interesting.
get here.
Yeah.
Just to see what they say.
Tailored chip.
I'm guessing it's a cookie place because he put a cookie and a drooling face. So
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, those
But
crumbles
yeah.
are starting to pop up all over the place, but they're like just too sweet, and they're just covered in ice. You can't even taste the cookie.
he
It's like
said
Yeah.
big ass
icing and
cookies.
candy.
He specified.
Oh,
They're
nice.
big ass cookies.
Yeah, it's been weird. We'll be like we've done it. Like it's like 11 o'clock at night. We're like, what a cookie, man. So we
Yeah.
order them.
Yeah, I ordered them for the show once when
Yeah.
we were in the
Oh, I see.
We
how
have
it
them
is.
delivered to the station, and like they won't. Nice. We're like a half a mile outside their radius. I was so upset. Like, I just want them to like deliver me some damn cookies.
Like at your house?
Yeah.
Just DoorDash that shit, man. They're on DoorDash.
DoorDash doesn't have a limit.
They're on DoorDash.
Yes.
I thought they just delivered like when we got them
If you
for
can
the.
order Chuck E. Cheese pizza on DoorDash, then yeah, you
that's
can
true.
order the cookies.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Right.
It's good pizza.
But
We
then
went to-
you can on their website. But they've delivered to here in Akron. I don't know where they come from.
There's one in Akron, I think, right by you.
Oh, is there?
In that area.
Shit.
Yeah.
You should try leaving your house. There's a whole world out there, Heisenberg.
I left my house on Wednesday.
Oh, so you're
Yeah.
good for a month or two?
Went to the office, made some copies,
Oh wow.
Made some copies.
trained some people on some stuff, and came home.
Making some copies.
Nice. Making copies.
Copies.
You're such a world adventurer. It's
I am, man. I didn't want to go there. But I needed interview sheets.
Okay.
Oh crap! I was supposed to go
What?
to my office today. Thanks
failed.
for the reminder. Whoops a daisy.
Oops. Well, you guys, I kind of feel like we've hit the main points we wanted to talk about tonight.
I had fun being devil's advocate. I love disagreeing with all you guys.
I was nice hearing your voice.
We
It's
wouldn't
my
have it
favorite thing in
any
the
other way.
world to disagree with people.
Yeah. That's what we're here to review.
But in basis, yeah, we think aliens are real. We think Congress is full of shit.
I mean, I do. I think aliens are real. I really do.
Mhm.
I think Congress is full of shit. The government, yeah. I think they're trying to trick us with something.
Yeah.
I
don't want to see the aliens, to be honest with you. I don't want to know about them. I am happy not knowing about them.
Yeah.
I do. It's curiosity killed the cat, but
yeah.
I'm right there in the middle. I'd like to see a video of an alien. I don't know if I would want to see one at my house.
yeah. But you
I don't know if
never
I
know
want
what
to see a video.
I'm so used to disproving people's ghost videos that I would be afraid even if it's they say it's a legit video, I'm like, I don't know about that.
Right.
I'm like the last person, a lot of this TikTok shit, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. So
It's just so hard anymore to do anything.
I think the only way I'm ever gonna 100% dig it.
How'd you see it time your life?
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, I either have to see a UFO myself or the alien or whatever, and then I'll know. But I can't trust the government. I don't know. We'll see.
I am happy living in my own little bubble, man. I just ignorance is bliss. I just I don't even read the news half the time anymore.
No.
But if
aggravates me.
congressional hearings were all like this, I would probably be listening to them all the time.
Yeah.
It's the only.
They said there was 100,000 people watching on the Congress website.
One of the congressmen actually said that there were people there had traveled there from outside the United States just to sit in and watch it in the audience. I think he said they were from Denmark or something like that. I don't know.
They wanted to watch how stupid we were.
They were probably those are. I'm like, no, they were not from Denmark. Those were.
We're like their entertainment.
Yeah. Those are your Norse aliens right there.
There was probably aliens in the audience.
Yeah.
Probably.
Probably sitting there
and they would just look at that guy and go. And then he would be like, I can't talk about that.
Yeah. I'd be more than willing to have a private discussion in a skiff.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would, mister.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if nothing else, it was entertaining. And
yeah, for sure.
I don't know. At the base, they were just telling me something I already know. There's government secrets, aliens are real, and
yeah.
You know.
I mean, it definitely was history being made.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah,
I don't think that it was anything earth-shattering that, anybody who has a potential for using their own brain didn't already know.
Right. Yep. So unless they're just slowly getting us ready for intergalactic war.
Yeah.
Because he asked them all, like, I know one of the questions he was asking them all if they felt like these beings were interested in our nuclear technology.
I thought that was a super weird question. That was
Yeah.
a super weird question.
Yeah. Are they interested in our nuclear technology? Like, well, I
One,
don't know. I
how the
forgot to
fuck did they
ask
know
him.
that?
Right.
Right.
According to Independence Day, it doesn't do anything to them anyways.
No.
Exactly.
I mean, apparently they're flying around in vehicles that have no thermal exhaust that they can see. There's no EMF or
propulsion.
anything, no propulsion they can see. They don't
Mhm.
know what kind of fuel they're using. They defy the laws of physics on the way they move. Why would they even care about nuclear technology?
They don't. And why did they ask that? I feel like that was a really
Right.
weird question to ask.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like, you know how you watch a movie and then they like leave the ending like super open-ended so that you
Yeah.
know that there's another movie coming. I feel
Yeah.
like
That makes you
that's
feel
why
like-
they asked that question.
Yeah.
You know? Like, do you think the aliens are interested in our nuclear capabilities? And then dun dun dun. Oh, we're having a
Right.
nuclear war with aliens.
And they're laughing
They
at us.
led up to that.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Well, we did start seeing them in the 30s. So
Yeah. I mean, the 30s.
maybe
that
they're
was
the ones who
literally, like,
leaked us the information.
oh my gosh. It's just crazy to me.
Oppenheimer Part 2, the alien contact. What's up, Dave? Or John.
Hey,
Sorry,
John.
I was like seeing John, but looking at Dave's number or Dave's name. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
There are things about that I kind of believe, because how are these things built when the technology was just not there?
Math, scales, fulcrums, pulleys.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. What about Stonehenge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Stonehenge?
Super ancient stones that don't match the geology of the region. They would have been dragged for hundreds and hundreds of miles.
Yeah.
Not to say that, I mean, humans are amazing. We could do a whole lot of things, but aliens just seems more like it makes more sense.
Yeah, I agree. And then plus,
And
like
they've
all the
tried to-
hieroglyphics and
Yeah.
like cave drawings that have like something coming from the sky that looks like it, like people describe alien UFOs or UAPs or whatever the fuck we call them now.
But to those people, they were gods, or they were like sentient beings. They
Yeah,
were
I'm not
like,
calling them UFOs. I don't care what anyone else says. That's what they are.
Thank you. Thank you. It'll always
yeah,
be
I'll
Jacob's
call
Field.
them. Yeah. They'll always be the Indians.
Right.
UFOs are a little different. I don't think we're offending the aliens.
You don't know that.
They're like, holy shit, you cannot call my craft a UFO.
You're like, did this bitch just say UFO?
John said he thought you said meth for a second instead of
Maybe I did. Maybe that might have been part of it. You don't know.
Right.
Speed has been used forever.
They did all kinds of weird shit.
I mean, they gave it to the Germans. They gave them amphetamines in World War II.
Yeah. They put real cocaine in Coke.
Yeah, that's
Back in the day, man. Back in the day.
Good old days. What?
When nothing was regulated.
See Grandpa sipping on a nice cold Coca-Cola. And I remember when they used to put cocaine in these things.
Right?
Wouldn't you be pissed if that's the way it started out and then you had to drink it without cocaine?
Probably. Probably a lot of people going through withdrawal at that time.
You're like, this doesn't work anymore.
Right.
This stuff sucks. New and improved
Like
my
in the-
ass.
Yeah, that's new Coke. That was the first new Coke.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's another good show you guys should watch is The Brands That Made America.
Oh, I do watch it. That's
Oh,
how I
yeah.
know.
I do watch that. I love
love
that
it.
show.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah, I watched the one on ketchup, and I think it was post cereal, like cornflakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched quite a few of them. They're good.
Yeah.
Posting Kellogg and the I saw the Fritos and the Lay's and the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm such a nerd about it too. People will
Me
be
too,
using
I-
ketchup, and I'm like, "Do you know why ketchup originated?" And I like
Yeah.
tell them the whole story.
Because meat used to be rancid all the time because we didn't have proper.
I love when I was watching a show and they showed him eating it. There's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
is that what you guys did all the time?
Right.
Was your food's nuts? I'm like, how did we get past that?
Yeah.
Should we all be dead right then?
We borrowed
Seriously.
technology from aliens and learned how to refrigerate our food and keep it nice and fresh.
Pretty much.
All right, guys. Heisenberg, you have anything to promote? I'm going to ask you your question.
No, not tonight. I got a bunch of stuff going on that I just can't talk about yet.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. I see. I always ask the question at the wrong time.
When the time is right,
Yep.
I won't come back on, but I'll tell you.
Okay. And then Goose.
Denise, you
can
got
announce
anything
it.
to promote?
No. Oh, we have flashlights at the seminary this weekend,
Awesome.
Saturday.
I got to hang out last week. It was a blast. We missed you.
Yeah. Of course, you're there when I'm not.
Of course. And I can't go this weekend because we're like extremely busy. We have 5 million things going on, so
Nice.
I'm not gonna be able to come. But
Bummer.
nothing to promote from either right now. I'm gonna start waiting until closer to the time. I can't talk about it right now. Just like Heisenberg, I signed a retainer.
Like
I can't
other
really talk about
people
it.
actually can't talk about it. We just don't know
I know.
what we're doing.
Right.
That's basically
Yeah,
what it
I
is.
can't
Yeah.
talk about it right now because I don't know the dates.
Know what it is.
or what we're doing.
No, I think is it next week? Hold on. I think I actually do have a guest. I got a reminder, but we do have Sherry Brake coming on next week.
Okay.
So you met her, I think, real quick at Parapsychon, but those of us who've been in the biz long around Ohio, besides Heisenberg, know who she is. She does a lot of exploring around Ohio. She does a lot of ghost tours. She's written a ton of books about haunted history.
He's
She
not
can
wrong.
definitely. What's that?
You're not wrong.
Right.
So at Parapsychon, she was in the same room as us, all the way by the
Yeah.
door.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. She wrote all those haunted history books, and it just she's a wealth of knowledge. I've met her at a couple conventions. I've heard her speak, so she's very interesting.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have her on the show. So
I'm
that's
really
next
bad
week.
with names, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yep. Super sweet lady.
Yeah.
Can't wait to have her on. That'll be fun.
Yeah. That's cool.
That's what we have to promote for next week. We actually have another guest coming on. So
And we've been working behind the scenes on getting some new merch, which we're super excited about, which we're not
Good
gonna
call. Yeah.
announce it because I don't have any of it. But MadCon.
Yep.
Make sure you stop at our table because it's gonna be lit.
Absolutely.
Eddie Pence. Are you gonna read it, Goose?
Oh yeah, I just thought we were all just reading it to ourselves. That's good TV, right?
Right.
Speaking of UFO and aliens, have any of you seen the movie Fire in the Sky? It has an abduction scene, and that is absolutely brutal. No, I've not.
I have not.
I've heard about it.
Is it scary?
I have not, and I will not.
I'm
No,
assuming there is. If there's a scene, the abduction scene is brutal.
Brutal.
I'm assuming it's probably.
It's probably a scary movie.
So we're
I should
gonna
make
have Heisenberg watch it over the weekend, and he's gonna
Yeah.
do a video
No,
on his reaction.
One of these days, Dee and I are going to do the
Yeah.
scary movie reaction videos.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
We just have to figure
I
out
have to
how
leave it early.
because you can't like have it playing
Right.
in the background
Right, you
because then
can't,
it's like
yeah.
copyright infringement.
Right, you got to figure that all out. I don't know how yet, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
It would be fun. I mean, we would get made fun of a lot.
I will
but-
be like, don't go in there, shit.
Yeah, based on a true story.
It'd be like
Get
me
your
and
shit
Heisenberg
together,
watching
dude.
like this.
Yeah.
Heisenberg would be watching like this. It would be like the monkeys. He doesn't like the sound, so he would be watching like this.
Right.
I watch like this.
Yeah. I'd probably be laughing the whole time at you two.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
it'd be
saying, it would
hilarious, I'm sure.
entertaining. Very entertaining.
All right, crypto heads, you've had probably enough of us for the night. You guys have a good weekend. We'll see you next week with Sherry Brake as our special guest. We'll spook you later, crypto heads.
And don't be an asshole. Especially to aliens.
An asshole. Especially to aliens. Congressmen, aliens, don't do it. All right. We love you guys. You guys have a good weekend. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Boy.
Bye.